sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And, Charles, this defense, I have to imagine, kind of licking its chops when you get a chance to face a team that's lost 3 straight.
And my surprise was listening to their head coach in his weekly presser, because normally you and I see guys that get up there and say, everybody's a threat any given Sunday, that sort of thing. But he was asked if this might be a trap game, and he essentially said he didn't see anything to worry about. Now, normally you say that to your team, but you don't tell us. You definitely don't say it to the media.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Lance. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 34. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson steps away to his left. And that is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson dancing to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Sliding out of the pocket. Past the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Mullen. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How
about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. They'll try the left side. Callaway. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was. And that is caught. Touchdown. Oh, there is a marker on the field. The celebration may be short-lived. Let's see. A field goal would make it a two-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson rolling to his right. His pass caught at the 4. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. In his own end zone, it's Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
From his own end zone, Lance on 3rd and long. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. That's taken on the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Jackson on 1st down. On the move to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On 2nd down, Callaway, and he stopped immediately there. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson steps away. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. So the quarterback able to keep the play alive with his feet and then have the poise to make the touchdown pass.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one totally. Not just the poise, but being able to keep his eyes downfield, because often when a quarterback starts to move around, they're moving around to run the football. Not in this case, moved around to keep the play alive, to find an open receiver. Bingo.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
From the 31, Lance gets this one to Juszczyk. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And Lance now to throw. Allen's got it complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Lance now on 1st down. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Callaway. Space to run past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. Tucker now for the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
Makes the score Ravens 23, 49ers nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. And Lance going to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they?
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
You can almost feel him thinking as he's running the football. Just one more block, anything to get me to the perimeter and around the corner. Couldn't quite get there. Ends up getting spilled for a loss.
3rd and goal. Jackson being chased out left. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens add on. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance going deep here for Allen. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Lance. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a 49ers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now Lance again. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Allen. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Lance looks to throw again. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 23. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Lance. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
They'll roll him out right. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And out of bounds right around the 20. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. That's taken in by Callaway. A gain of 6 there on first. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw again on second down. Lance. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
From the 31, Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice...
And look at this, it's a fake. And this is caught.
There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one, because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football, because now, not only did you not get it, and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Now it's a former Raven. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Second and 12.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Out. 3 down. Out.
Shotgun now for Lance.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. It's a gain of 9 yards, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
Lance looking to throw it.
And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers get a score closer.
4 down.
They'll try and throw for it. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Levante David.
And the Ravens are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll run on 1st down. Callaway. And some room to maneuver. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down.
77 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
1st down, Ravens.
57, Mike, 57. Yeah. I can't believe they even let you play. 57 for Mike. Watch 57.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Steps away to his left. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket, because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
On 1st down, Callaway. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll keep it on the ground. Callaway. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown. Out of play. From 6 yards away. And the Ravens go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Here's the former Raven fullback, Kyle Juszczyk. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kyle Juszczyk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. Here's Lance. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Carlson now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. They'll run on 1st down. Callaway. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Callaway. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. This time Jackson will throw it. Rolling to his left. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. From the gun, Jackson escaping the pressure right.
And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. A big play there on 4th and 2.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Makes the score Ravens 51, 49ers 22. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Working from the gun, Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. The Niners on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A big connection on that one, 30 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Lance now on first down.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
And Lance's throw there complete to Allen.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
To throw, it's Lance.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown 49ers.
Charlie Warner,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the 49ers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And Lance now to throw.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Back to throw. Jackson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be a second down. Jackson now off the bootleg, rolling to his right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here's Jackson to throw. They'll roll him out right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Out to his left. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Ravens stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. And the 49er hands team does its job. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And they can't bring him down. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Here's Madison running on first down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Callaway, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 3rd down, Jackson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Bring in the second string. Bring in the second string.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Oh, the Ravens say they have it. They do have it. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
72, 49ers 30. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
And the 49er hands team does its job. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Baltimore, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.